I want you to put a percentage number on it. What are we at? Where are we at on this thing happening?
Man,
Conor McGregor, Michael Chandler walking out South Lawn, main event at the White House.
I mean, I think the odds are higher than they ever have been at this point. It's no secret. Obviously, I want to fight Conor, and I think it's no secret by the things that he's posting, the interviews that he's doing. Posted a video of me and him and our highlights and all that kind of stuff a week or so ago. He wants to fight me. I want to fight him. He wants to fight at the White House. Conversations are being had. I think things are moving in that direction, but we're never going to know when this thing's going to be announced. So we will see. All I know is I'm going to start training here very soon, like laser focused on June, whatever it is. And we'll see how it plays out.
What do you mean then? What do you mean conversations are happening? Who's having conversations? What's going on in those conversations? Conversations
are happening, man. It's just, I'm trying to make this thing happen. We'll put it that way.
Well, when in that BKFC fight, I could tell. It's kind of funny because, man, when I was down in the fight, I couldn't hear nobody but Conor McGregor. Get up, Jeremy! Get up, Jeremy! And dude, it gave me some hope. It gave me some
loud. He's a loud guy,
and, dude. And he's just like me in the corner. I'm obscene. I'm loud. Like I'm all in. Like that's me laying on the ground. That's all I could hear. Get up, Jeremy! 30 seconds. 30. And I was like. I looked over at him, bro, and he was like, I can tell, he was pulling for me to win. We have a deep history. I'm obviously delusions to reality, gunning for that fight. God had a different route. Here I am. I'm still climbing up the mountain, but there's always that intrigue of me and Conor McGregor.
What do you mean delusions to reality? What do you mean by that?
Like what I'm putting out there. I was like, hey, I'm gonna fight Eddie Alvarez. I'm gonna fight Mike Perry. And beating him.
I told you I was having those issues in my back. Finally, my wife bugged me when we were in Vegas. She's like, just go to the hospital with me.
Mm-hmm.
Fine. And I was upset about it. And I got there and I was like, hey man, I got a muscle spasm. I've had this muscle spasm before. All my vitals, I did all the vitals, blood pressure, temperature, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Everything's fine, right?
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I'll give you the medicine for the muscle spasm. It's like a muscle relaxer. And I said, okay, cool. And I went home and I took it. But that night I couldn't sleep. It was terrible. It didn't work at all. I was up all the time. And then it's funny, I don't really remember this, but my wife has videos. I woke up and I was kind of like messed up looking, like I got in a fight or something. Like kind of had like swollen face, stuff under my eyes.
Really?
Yeah, and she had taped me sleeping and sent it to a few of our doctor friends, and they're like, you need to get him to the hospital. And Danny, you know how stubborn I am. I'm almost as stubborn as you are. Almost.
You're more stubborn than me by far. You're way more stubborn than I am.
I'm sure these videos will come up, but I'm like, dude, I'm fine. Just Give me some coffee. Let me get my energy up. I want to go to the Bitcoin conference. I'm not going to the hospital again. And I'm like, but if you like, I couldn't see myself at that point. But when you watch the video, you're like, oh, what's wrong with that guy? You know? Yeah. So she convinced me to go to the hospital. And it's funny. I had a friend and his wife with us. And she said she was worried I was going to bolt and go to the Bitcoin conference. So she had them trail us to the Uber.
Really?
Yes. For he's a
thank God you went,
wrestler.
though, because
you
that
guys
was
actually
the last.
wrestled, I think.
Who?
My buddy Rye.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we talked about that. Yeah, and then, dude, I went to the hospital, and I don't remember. I remember walking in the door. It was the same one I walked in the day before, and then I don't remember anything.
For 2 months.
No, it was like 42 days or something like that. A long time.
That's so crazy, man.
I think you Shavkat's a fight, bro.
That's the fight.
That's the fucking fight, bro. That's a great one, bro. What do you think? Because obviously you just fought Islam. What do you think Islam's like? You want water as well?
No, I'll grab from the table. Thanks.
What do you think Islam's like specialty is? Like what was the hardest to deal with in the ring?
I mean, his wrestling's good. He's good, like his top position's good, right? He's good at just holding people down, pinning. He's like pinning. He's really good at pinning people, eh? And I got stuck there.
I think a rematch there would be cool too.
Yeah, hopefully.
Probably one more fight and then run that back.
Yeah, that'd be the dream, man. That's why I want to fight Shavkat, because being someone like him, you get thrown right back in there.
Oh
right?
yeah, for sure.
They can fire me without cause at any time.
Yeah, but that's with any job. But the UFC fight fans would rebel and probably just boycott all fights.
Well, a lot of broadcasters have guaranteed contracts, though. But anyway.
That's a nice one to slip in there.
I mean,
John,
on your
when
show,
do we get the guarantee? When do we get the 10-year max deal?
Obviously, I'm just saying, like, if you don't think that, a couple bad shows. So
you're in a fight-to-fight contract?
No, I'm a full-time employee, but they can fire me without cause. That was the first time my agent had done a broadcaster's deal with that type of language,
Well,
anyway.
if it makes you feel better, same here.
Yeah, right.
A few months ago, I received a text message from a number I did not recognize. When I get the text message, I see that it's a video, but all the communications are in WhatsApp, which I don't check very often. I check the WhatsApp. I see in the WhatsApp a message. It's a video. I look in the video. The first thing that pops on my screen is a Russian guy, and then he pans to the right and it's Jon Jones. Look, you guys know that the one thing that I want to do always is compete against Jon Jones, anything, right? I don't love the idea of going around him, but if Jon Jones learned anything over the time that him and I were interacting and fighting, is just challenge me. If you challenge me, you know that I'm going to respond. How is that response going to go? You don't know, but you do know that if you challenge me, I am going to respond. The idea that Jon Jones and I would wrestle a match, like literally get into a stance and wrestle a match. Listen to what Islam said.
Ну, знаете, это такое противостояние, где только в борьбе Корне может потянуть Джон Джонсом, потому что Джон Джонс хорошо борется, но борьба это стихия Корне, и это парень олимпийского уровня. Это большой уровень.
This is the world champion, Islam Makhachev. He knows. I mean, it's really hard to understand that even at 46 years old, 46, I still coach wrestling. I still wrestle 3 days a week with the kids. I'm still drilling. I'm still doing moves. I don't understand how this idea that I could lose a wrestling match is out there. But I guess we can find out. And guess what? I'm not the only one talking about a wrestling match between Jon Jones and I. I'm just the only one doing it publicly. Stay tuned, because if he steps on that line, I'm taking this dude 10-0.
I deserve this, but before the Dragus fight, I was right with Axel Hodges and I broke my shoulder. So I was in Colombia getting stem cells on my shoulder, and And they hit me up for the fight. And like the thing with the UFC, dog, you don't say no. There are pimps. Like, you don't say no to the masters.
You gotta say yes.
So I was kind of like backed up in the corner taking that fight. So taking this time off to let my body heal has been amazing. Like the shoulder feels great. So I mean, I do miss fighting and I miss performing, but it's been nice to be a fat, lazy piece of shit for a while.
Since the turn of the century, technology has rapidly improved. Our reality is now filled with things that were mere dreams in the past few decades. Seeing how the past has unfolded, I was curious about what the next 30 years would look like. So I did a little digging into what life might look like in 2050 for us. Let's take a look.
I know everybody was looking for a fight announcement. Trust me, I wish I had that as well. But nothing there yet, but it's going to happen.